Hi everyone, and welcome to Matt's MST Health and Fitness online December 2021 exercise recap. We're going to cover 3 exercises for you today, and first of all, Happy New Year as well. We've got the sit to stand and calf raise, which we did a couple of months ago, but we're going to do it this time without a chair for the sit to stand. We've got the upright row and then a bridge or plank. So we're looking at some legs, some upper body and some core work. Okay, so we'll go straight into sit to stand and calf raise. I've got a chair in front of me like we did in October for the sit to stand calf raise, but without a chair behind us, it might allow us to work a little deeper with a bigger range of movement. So I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to roll with 3 sets of 10 repetitions. Okay, the chair really is for the calf raise component of the exercise, just to give us a little bit of balance as we come up out of the sit to stand. Now, of course, with all of these exercises, I'm assuming that you're already warmed up and good to go. So if you aren't warmed up and you're going into this cold, I wouldn't recommend that at all, and you'd be sensible to do a bit of a 10-15 minute warm up as per usual. Okay, here we go. I'm finding a comfortable position, shoulders relaxed, and here we go. So we're going to sit to stand and a calf raise, sit to stand and a calf raise, sit to stand and a calf raise. You'll notice between each repetition, so the sit to stand and the calf raise, I'm completing each range of motion. So I'm not hurrying into the next repetition. 8, 9, and 10. And we just step away, keep our feet moving. Sit to stand, great exercise. Quads, glutes, hammies, good for posture, good for technique. Calf raise, excellent for working obviously our lower leg, not leg below knee, and good for balance and coordination, getting all the little muscles in our ankles and feet working. So about a 20-second rest. If I haven't judged that perfectly, then you can be the judge of it yourself. Here we go, set 2. 1, and down. 2, and down. 3, and down. 4, and down. A little bit quick on the calf raises there. 5, and down. 6, and down. 7, and down. Slowing down the calf raise there. I'm perhaps in a hurry for no apparent reason. 9, and down. And last one, 10, calf raise and down. If you feel you're hurrying the calf raises like I was to start with, it's probably because I wasn't thinking about my balance and coordination properly there. So as I come up to a calf raise, if I can hold for a split second and down, that is what I'm looking for. And if it means that you need to use a couple of fingers on here, then that's fine as well to give you the support. With your sit to stand as well, imagine you have still got the chair behind you. So even, again, working within your own range and capability, if your sit to stand is here, that's fine. You've still got a chair behind you. You're getting the mechanics right of your knees flexing, your hips flexing. But likewise, if you wanted to go deeper into the squat, that is also fine as well. But again, still imagine you've got that chair behind you. Here we go, last set. Again, that full range. I was too quick there. Hold. Okay. It's better. 3. So use your hands and arms to give you that bit of balance. 4. 5. That's better. 6. Not so good, so I'm going to use my hands this time. Give them That's definitely helping me. 8, 9, and 10, and down. Step away, get your feet moving, grab a drink if you need a drink. Upright row, we're going to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions. We've been through the upright row many, many times, but it's a cracking exercise to start off the year. And as I've said before, it's a way to work your shoulder muscles without having to get your hand and arm up in the air, which might be uncomfortable if you've got dodgy shoulders and what have you, but at the same time, it allows us to get to here, which is in effect the equivalent of getting your hand sort of up into that range there. So really useful exercise, working a lot of different muscles in your shoulders and your elbow, of course. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go feet to a standstill for these. I'm going to go for 10 repetitions. Soft knees. And here we go. 10. Full range if you can. So full range is just underneath your chin. 3, 4, 5. So my hands stay below. 6. My elbows, my knuckles are pointing towards the floor. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly down. So good controlled movements in the upward movement and the downward movement. It's quality over quantity here. Now, if you are restricted with sort of wear and tear in your shoulders, or maybe you're carrying an injury, obviously caution is advised, and you work within what range suits you. Now, it might be that half range here is where it's best for you, in which case that's fine. The mechanics are still the same. My hands stay below my elbows are forwards of my body. I'm avoiding lifting my shoulders into the exercise. I don't want to do any of that. If you do that, it just brings your shoulder joint up and out of the shoulder girdle mechanics, if you like, and just doesn't make you use the big muscles properly. Okay, set number 2. I'll do the same again. First 5 face on, and then the second 5 side on. Breathe out, breathe in. 2, and down. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. 4, and down. 5, and down. 6, and down. Soft knees. 7, and down. Tailbone tucked under. 8, and down. Tummy muscles tucked in a little. 9, and down. Last one, 10. Slowly down, and again, walk away. As with the sit to stand with the upright row, 3 sets of 10 is a good, just a bit of a loosener really, just to get all those parts that you're working connected and doing some stuff. If you want to work harder, you could up the repetitions per set to up to 20, I would say, no more than 20. Again, you need to be guided by the effort level and the work rate here as well. We use this process of progressive overload. So last set, I'll talk to you about progressive overload in a moment. 10, I'm going to count down this time. 9. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, slowly down, and again, down tools, and just keep your feet moving, grab a drink if you need a drink. Progressive overload is used to describe a technique in resistance training or weights training, so that can be using weights or using your own body weight. So with the upright row, we're trying to find a maximum, not maximum, a sort of a way to push ourselves, so we push our muscles past what they're used to in normal activity, so that they think, right, okay, well, we need to get stronger and more conditioned for the next time we come to that exercise. And it's just a means of toning and strengthening and making your muscles stronger and maintaining muscle mass and muscle strength. So we're doing 3 sets of 10 here, which again is quite a straightforward number, and with a 1 kilo weight that I'm using isn't really going to push me to that point. So what I would look for with progressive overload, stick with 3 sets and maybe do 12, aiming for 12 to 15 repetitions. So my first set, I should be able to get to 15 repetitions pretty comfortably. Have a 20-second breather at least in between. Not much more than 30 seconds though. Second set, I should still be able to get to 15 repetitions, I would say, with the weight that I've chosen. Now the third set, as long as I can get to 12, I'm happy with that, with good technique and form. If I can just about get to 15 and say, well, maybe no more than a couple, maybe 3 more repetitions, then I've probably got the right weight to push my muscles to a point where they're going to have to, maybe feel a little bit stiff and sore for the next day or so, but to a point where they're going to have to adapt and change and become stronger and more conditioned. Now, if I get to 15 on the last set, on the third set, and I can do more than 5, again, even upwards of 10, I'd be asking myself that question. Well, I would say, well, maybe I need to use a heavier weight next time. So you could also do more repetitions as well. And in the same vein, you're looking to get to the end of the third set and say, right, well, can I do 2 or 3 more? Yes, well, that's just about right. So it's a bit subjective, but it's a way in which you can reasonably effectively monitor and adapt and adjust the weight accordingly. Now, at the same time, if for the third set you get to 5 or 6 repetitions in, and there's no chance of you getting anywhere near the 12 reps, your weight's too heavy, so the next set you would lower the weight. Okay, bridge plank. Now, we didn't do this as an exercise in the classes, but actually I can't remember whether we did the upright row. I think we did. But the bridge or the plank is just an exercise to target our core. We have done this before, but it's just a good way of looking at it. Now, in an ideal world, if you're using the back of a chair, I would have a towel here just to protect your hands. And I'm going to use my phone with its timer as well. I'm aiming for, I think I put 4 lots of 20 seconds, which will be pretty comfortable. Your the sort of acid test, if you like, the gold standard for the plank or the bridge is to hold that position for 2 minutes in one go. Obviously, when you're starting out with that or you're building up to it, you break it down to bite-sized chunks, and we're looking at 4 sets of 20 seconds, which is obviously 1:20. So you'd be looking to up this to maybe 6 sets of 20 seconds with a 10-20 second breather in between. Okay, I'm going to use a chair. You could use dining table. If you really want to go for it, then you can go on the floor. I'll just give you it's this position here. If you can see me on there, hopefully. You can do a knee bridge or plank as well, making sure you've got a straight line between your shoulders, hips and knees. Okay. Here we go. Set number 1. I'm going to go straight arms. Shoulders are down and slightly forwards. I'm up off my heels. I've tucked my tailbone under. I'm breathing, I'm relaxing my breathing, but I'm focusing effort into my core muscles by drawing my tummy button in towards my spine. I just hold for another 3, 2, 1. Always walk your feet in towards the surface if you've been doing that kind of exercise. Hopefully the sun isn't too much of an issue as well. I had to put more towels up. Okay, set number 2. Into position again. the sort of progressive overload, the progression component to doing a bridge might be slightly different from doing the upright rows and the sit to stand. So in this case, again, we're looking to get a cumulative time up towards and maybe over the 2-minute mark. 3, 2, 1. And walking your feet in again. Yeah, 4 sets of 20 seconds. By the 4th set here, I would expect you to be thinking it's quite hard work to keep your core in position, but you're not struggling. It's quite hard work, but it's slightly tough. Here we go. Again, signs to look out for that it's really tough are maybe your back's starting to take over the strain because your abs, your tummy muscles haven't been able to maintain their grip on your lower back. If that happens, stop and don't do any more because once your back starts to take over, okay, and your feet in. Once your back starts to take over and do the exercise, that defeats the object entirely. You're trying to make your abs do all of the work, and you need to protect your back all the time. Right, 1 more set to go. Give it just a few more seconds. Okay, here we go. So at this angle here, I know that it's fairly straightforward for me. I'm actively tucking my tailbone under. I'm actively drawing my core muscles in. So I am working here. And I will probably say to myself next time, will swap the chair around and and walk your feet in and use the seat next time rather than the back. But yeah, that's again quite a big drop, isn't it, from here down to here. You might want to find something that's maybe halfway or maybe not even that. You'll find very it's very easy to be over ambitious. I think if you found something easy, when you start dropping down too far to the ground, things can start to get a lot harder very quickly. Right, thank you very much for watching. I hope that's useful. Please feed back to me with comments and questions as you see fit. Remember, if you do nothing else in a day, get some stretching done. Great way to connect body and mind, find some calm time, and wish you a very happy and safe 2022. And keep an eye out for the next video for next month. Bye for now.